We are live, everybody. Let me just double check. I'm doing this one impromptu. I didn't schedule anything ahead of time like I normally do. So just give me 1 second to get everything going. We're going to be trying out a new game here today. I'm going to be trying it for the first time with you. So I've never even launched it yet. Okay, sounds like sound is going good. Okay. All right, so let's launch this game for the first time. So this is called Spaceflight Simulator. I guess we'll just take a quick kind of look through it. You're supposed to be able to essentially design your own rockets. I hope that it's realistic and that we sort of, can actually learn some stuff about physics. Somebody actually on my last live stream where we were building different alien worlds in Universe Sandbox suggested this game for me. He said that he was stuck at trying to make a space station. And my promise with this game, my promise to you guys is that I will only play when we're live together. So I will not play this game by myself at all. I'm probably going to have to adjust the because I have a very wide screen monitor. So it's 2560 by 1080, so I'll have to make it There we go. Alright, and then I'm just going to move my camera out of the way so that we can just see. Like I said, this is the first time I launched it, so this is exactly what it looks like when you launch it. I'm going to turn down the desktop audio just a little bit. See if that's a little bit better. Alright, so I'm just going to hit play to start out with. And it looks like we just start out empty here. Create new world. So let's see what options we have. And this game is in early access, so it's still being developed. So we'll do the solar system default. We'll do it on hard. And Maddie Adams live, World 1. Create new world. Alright, let me see how the background sound is. We'll do it on hard. And turn that background music up a little bit. There we go. Alright, so Maddie Adams, World 1. Let's play. Alright, this is a challenging game that requires patience and perseverance. Rocket science is hard, yeah. Don't give up, keep trying, and you will succeed. Alright. So we're going to build a new rocket. Oh, wow. So we don't have much of a tutorial yet. We just kind of are going to start out. So we'll pick our booster first. Does it tell you like what? Okay, so this is a Hawk engine. 3.5 for the mass, 3.5 tons. Density of 0.5. Thrust and efficiency. Alright. We have fuel tanks. Okay, so it'll tell you what everything is. So let's see what everything is first. We've got a landing leg. Oh, I guess we are going to actually need to land. Landing legs. Aerodynamic nose cones at different angles. Side separator. RCS thruster. Colibri engine. Valiant engine. Hawk engine. We've got a fuel tank for liquid fuel and liquid oxygen. So just different types and masses of fuel tanks. You got your stage separator, your heat shield, your capsule, and your parachute. And then, okay, so these are just your basics. You actually have lots of other options here. Just kind of click through these. Ooh, we have lots of different engines. Titan, Hawk, Frontier, Colibri, Valiant, RCS thruster, and an ion engine. Ooh, ions. Okay, so we'll go back to basics here. So let's not worry about landing for now. I just want to launch and see if we can make a ship that works. So we'll do the engine. I think you gotta have stage separators in between everything. So then we'll do fuel tank. We'll do 2 fuel tanks like that. We'll do another stage separator. And so we're not going to focus on keeping anybody alive right now. So we've got that on. Put an aerodynamic nose cone over it. Did that take my other thing away or no? Okay, we'll see if that works. Directional thrusters. We just want to launch it. If it crashes, that's fine. I am really pretty sure that this is going to crash, but so now, all right, let's launch it. My rocket has no capsule or probe and no parachute. That's fine. Does that mean I can't actually launch it at all? Yep, I guess not. Well then. So I guess we'll have to go back and rebuild our rocket. So how do we just go back? Okay, this is our map. They did just update it, I guess, with all of the planets and moons in the solar system. Like I said, this is early access. It's basically a little bit past beta. They're still working on developing it. So I thought I just saved it. How do we just go back to new? What am I missing here? Escape. There we go. Revert to build. Okay, so no crew capsule, no thrusters, and no controllers. You know, I've never designed a rocket before. This may prove to be a lot harder than I thought. So I think we're going to want the heat shield underneath the capsule here. And then obviously we're going to want this aerodynamic nose cone, but I don't know if it's supposed to go... I don't know. That does not look right. I'm gonna have to actually probably do some Googling here. Let's see. Let's see. Basic builds. Alright, so rockets. Dun, 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 dun. I wonder if it has any kind of pre-built ones we can import. Let's see here. Alright. I'm just gonna keep playing around a little bit more. I guess it would be cheating if I just looked it up here. Alright, so I guess let's just see if we kind of do them all in order. If that'll work. I feel like this part should actually be okay, but as I said, I don't know if this nose cone is supposed to go over the crew capsule. Let's see here. Alright, I'm gonna start over. Alright, I don't think we need a landing leg because we're not gonna land. But we are gonna actually need the directional thrusters. Alright. So let's start out with an engine on the bottom. And then we'll do our fuel. Do a few fuel tanks. And then we'll do our stage separator. And let's see where our RCS thruster is going to have to go. So this is for directional control. Put one there. And one here. All right. We put a stage separator in there already. So then we'll add our crew capsule. and a parachute. And okay, that's if you want to add more fuel tanks and more thrusters. Let's see if this launches. Oh, can we actually launch now? Okay, so that's my side thrusters going off using A and D. Nice. Okay. Ignition. Hmm. Okay, so now, how do we actually launch this thing? So X and Z for minimum and maximum throttle, spacebar to toggle throttle. I'm just gonna snip this real quick. You need a probe launch. Yeah, and so where does the... I know that I need a heat shield. I just want to get it to launch now first. So... let's see here. I don't think it's gonna launch here. Alright, maybe I'll listen to the person in the comments. So let's go back. Cheats. You know what? Let's watch a quick. They have orbit, moon, and docking. It doesn't really teach you how to build one. We'll go back to build. Alright, I need a probe to launch. It gives you control. So where's the probe? And then I'm gonna need a heat shield for re-entry. Oh, damn. I mean, is that not where the heat shield's supposed to go? Okay, we'll just do it like that, I guess. Think that will work. Okay, so I got a heat shield, I got a parachute, I got an engine, got fuel tanks, we got our side thrusters. Do we just not have enough thrust to actually launch it? Let's see here. feel like I should be able to launch right now. Let's see, full throttle, ignition. But it does not want to launch. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what I'm doing with this game right now. No idea at all. But I said I wasn't gonna cheat and that I would just do it on here with you guys, so. Oh, there we go, okay. Woohoo! Yes! About dang time. I'm not really pressing any buttons right now, I'm just gonna kind of let it launch. And then we can actually work on controlling it, making it better, landing it. But right now, let's see if we can exit Earth's orbit with this one engine or not. Probably need like 3 engines, I'm guessing. Still speeding up. I wonder if you can kind of... Oh yeah, I can zoom out. You can't really rotate down and see the Earth underneath us, though. "17 kilometers up." I'm curious what's going to happen when our engine burns out, though, because... I mean, I made a crew capsule with a parachute and a heat shield, but... I don't know, we'll see. I don't know if we're going to have anyone survive this one yet. 30 kilometers of altitude. So we're getting into outer space now. We passed the Kármán line. So we are officially in outer space. So I wonder if we can look at statistics, like how much... Oh, yeah, we're out of fuel now. So what's gonna happen? But we did leave Earth's orbit. So are they just gonna be kinda... Let's see, the velocity's slowing down, because Earth should still be pulling it back. So Earth should pull our rocket back. Let's see here. It's gonna take quite a while. I wonder if we can kind of, Oh yeah, we can fast forward. There we go. So velocity's going way down now. And now we're dropping back down to Earth. And that velocity is gonna start picking up. Okay, I want to slow it down a little bit now, because we're gonna crash back into Earth. I'm wondering what that's gonna look like. We entered Earth's upper atmosphere. We're falling. We're burning. And, oh, everything is just breaking apart. Let's see. Is the heat shield gonna keep our guys alive? I don't know if I'm supposed to manually deploy the parachute either. Let's hope the guys in there are smart enough. I said this is all... I just kind of have it on auto for this first launch. We're gonna see what happens. We're dropping. Boom. Yep, we crashed. Alright, well, that was actually somewhat successful. I'm kind of happy with that. Now I'm actually curious if I can control it a little bit. So let's see. We're going to do full throttle again. How did I launch that before? Why does it not want to work now? I thought I just had ignition on. Let's see, we're full on liquid fuel. Let's see here. Got throttle full, 100%. RCS is off, which is the manual control. I don't even know what these things are right here, actually. Doesn't really tell you. But like I said, this is an early build game, so you don't expect them to have any sort of tutorials or anything, because we're in early access right now. I swear, what did I just do before to actually make it launch? Let me see here. So I had ignition on, RCS off. And then yeah, I just clicked the play button. That's what I thought. Oh, I clicked on the rocket. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to try RIS control, or RCS control. So maybe let's try to get it into orbit around the Earth this time. Not sure if that'll work. So I'm trying to turn it. Oh man. See, I'm just shooting off this one thruster here. The A key. To try to get it into orbit. I wonder how you can actually separate the stages and deploy the parachute as well. Time warp. Oh, enter is to activate the stage. Okay. Enter. I don't know if that actually drops a stage off, though. Or how to separate a stage. Maybe you have to put a stage separator in there, though, which I probably didn't. Is it turning at all, though? That's the main question. I don't think so. Okay, I've turned throttle all the way off to save a little fuel. I wonder if I can turn it sideways and then, like, turn the throttle back on before we fall back to Earth. I don't know if these attitude adjusters are really turning us enough, though, if they're strong enough, or if I put them in the right place. Alright, let's turn the throttle back on. See if we can get a little bit extra here. But I don't think that this attitude adjuster is really turning it that much. I mean, we're kind of facing that way a little bit, but yeah, it's not doing quite enough. And then I really need to figure out how to actually separate the stage and let the parachute go. Because we're out of fuel now. So we're going to start dropping. Boop. Now we're dropping again. In Earth's upper atmosphere. So let's see if I hit help right now. Does it tell us how to separate stage? So activate stage. So if I hit enter. Oh. Oh, I just dropped our stage. Oh god. Our heat shield flew off. I don't know what I did there. I think I just separated everything. And I don't know where we are anymore. I think everything's separated and I kind of glitched the game out a little bit. Oopsie. Whoopsie poopsie. You have to go to the throttle menu. It shouldn't be the play button, yeah. And I don't need RCS to steer. Yeah, I can see the chat now. Sorry, I wasn't looking at it earlier. My bad. So, yeah, RCS is manual steering, right? And then if you just leave it on ignition, I'm guessing it will just fly automatically for you, or it's supposed to. Why has it not crashed on us yet? The throttle menu, okay. One thing I can say is I wish just like the normal menu was a little bit easier, just to kind of go back to the main menu. I mean, I get it, you hit escape, but, you know, not an easy game to learn. However, they did warn you that it's not supposed to be. So we'll go back to our build. I'm going to try to actually add some stuff onto here now. Oh, so the engine's just going to steer itself? Yeah, I'm playing on Windows 11, so... Yeah, so that's what I did. I turned off RCS, I just let it launch automatically, and then kind of once it launched, then I turned RCS back on and started hitting that side engine. But I'm thinking that maybe just one of them didn't really have enough thrust. So maybe I'll put another one up like towards the top too on each side. And then I'm gonna add some more engines. Crap. Can you control Z? Nice. You can control Z. That's good to know. Let's see here. So I want to add like some side engines here, I think now, or some more fuel tanks. So you need these little side separators, I think. And then these thrusters are going to be useless. I'm going to want to move them. So I'm just going to move them up here for now. Then I'll do 2 side separators. And then we'll do 3 more big engines. And we're going to need more fuel tanks. If you just click multiple things, it'll automatically highlight them for you. So instead of having to control click, which is kind of nice, I like that. Nose cone. Uh, hmm. It's gonna have to be this one. Why won't it flip the right way? Oh, wait. There we go. The flippy button. What are those things? Okay. I don't know why my heat shield didn't stay on last time. Oh yeah, because I separated them. Okay. Okay, I think this should be good. I feel like, I don't know, maybe steering from the top will actually be easier. And I'm gonna put 2 on each side. Okay, let's see if this works. Third try. Third time's the charm, you know, that's what they say. Okay, so then we go to launch. So we turn on ignition. And then just to play. I don't know why this is like, it seems kind of inconsistent. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Do I click the, oh, you click the engine. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do 50% throttle this time. Maybe that'll actually give you, nah, screw it. We're going full throttle. Let's beef it up. Beef it. That's why we got more engines. Alright, let me look back at the comments real quick. Yeah, give me any tips you got. This is actually, like I said, this is the first time I played. I never played this off camera. I didn't even test it out and try and cheat. I realized I could have just wiped the game data and lied to you guys, but I promise I didn't. So, I pretty much, somebody on my last live stream suggested that I play this game when I was doing Universe Sandbox. So I just decided, why not give it a try? It's kind of a random Saturday thing to do. I'm actually working on editing my moon video. I have a video about Apollo 1 and Apollo 13, kind of some of the tragedies that happened in outer space that I'm working on right now. But my dog just had a complete knee surgery. She blew like her ACL, her cranial cruciate ligament, which is the knee that, or the joint that essentially keeps her tibia and her femur together. From sliding away from each other. We passed the Kármán line and it turned sideways. I didn't press anything to make it turn sideways, by the way. Is it just going to go into orbit? That'd be kind of cool. We'll see what happens when we run out of thrust. Because I didn't put any like ion thrusters or anything on. I think you would want something like that to kind of keep you moving while you're in outer space. Because yeah, I'm just out of liquid fluid, out of liquid fuel right now. So I think the velocity is going to keep dropping and it's going to fall back again if I don't have. Yeah, so I'm going to need to get an ion thruster on there, I think. Oh no. I shouldn't have sped that up so much. Where did we go? I wish you could kind of keep track of the parts a little bit better. Yeah, and I'm sure there's plenty of guides, but I don't know. I thought it would be fun to go live, not use any guides, not use any tutorials, and just try to figure it out from scratch. If I start struggling with a game for a while, I'll go to guides, but I do think that kind of half the fun is trying to learn it yourself, especially with a game like this. Now, I probably am going to end up going and watching some more guides on this a little bit later. Yeah, I wish you could I wish it would show you what happened to your stages or something. You could see if, I think everything just burned up and everyone died, but, so let's revert back to build. Our original one actually did better. Hey, Bale, how's it going? Yeah, so here's my question, I guess, is like, am I right? I'm gonna need some ion thrusters or something to keep it in orbit, I'm assuming. Let's see here, engines. See, I think you need something like an ion thruster to keep it Because that's how our regular rockets work. You know, you got the big engine that really gets it out of Earth orbit, and then you've got kind of a smaller engine that allows it to maneuver around once you're in outer space. So where do I connect the ion engine to? It doesn't go... Let me see here. I'm sort of cheating a little bit and looking at some other people's just images online. So let's see. Oh, okay, so you can do like 2 of them next to each other with some sort of a little connector, it looks like. So I'm going to get rid of this. And let's see, I think they would go like here, but I need something to connect them. And yeah, if you guys are new here, I do video games sometimes, but for the most part, I do like space education, but I like to just use video games. That's kind of a fun way to do that sometimes. So, but I also do documentaries. I play a lot of Universe Sandbox, smashing stuff together. Yeah, Kerberos Space Program, I should do that. I'm not going to get number 2 yet because I heard it's... Is it even out yet? But I know they're going through development hell with the Kerberos Space Program too. Let's see, what do I need to connect this though? A little like white circular thing. I wonder if I can actually just... It doesn't really look right though. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's see here. Do full throttle. Oh god. Oh, I could turn off one engine to... Oh! Uh-oh. Alright, well, yeah, that was a fun idea. Oh no! Okay. Well, that is a fun thing to know. Okay. That was fun. Oh yeah, turn the engines on first and then hit ignition. Yeah, that makes sense. This was a little more fun though. Okay, now we're going sideways. Alright, let's fix that. Nope, click. Uh-oh. Alright, we're in an uncontrollable spin and we're even higher up now. Sorry, at this point I'm just kind of having fun with this. Nice. I completed a challenge. I don't know how that got a challenge completed for me. Oh, you can go back 30 seconds. Nice. Let's revert to launch. Okay. So engine on. Engine on. I'm going to take it a little more serious this time. Alright. And check out the comments real quick. Can you guys hear like I don't know, the background music for the game sounds? So engine on. Alright. Ignition. There we go. So now So what are your tips on getting it into low Earth orbit then? So I think once our liquid fuel engines run out, then I'm gonna turn on the ion thrusters. And then how do you just drop the engines off too? Alright, we're down to 10% fuel. Getting ready to turn on ion thrusters now. Ion thrusters are on. Out of liquid fuel. 20 kilometers up. Because we only have the 2 big engines now. So we might not even have enough velocity. We might need a lot bigger of fuel tanks. Have to make this thing a little bit taller. Oh. That sounds fun. Thanks for the help, dude. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. How you doing today, Bale? Oh my goodness. This one might actually work out. Let's see. No, our velocity is actually dropping. Come on, buddy. I don't think I'm gonna get this one into orbit. I might need a little bit more, some larger fuel tanks for those main engines. Yeah, and then how do I actually separate the stages? It says enter, right? Let's just go back to build, actually. Oh yeah, I've been doing a lot of gardening this weekend. Like I said, my dog is going through surgery, so I've just been basically taking care of my dog and gardening. Okay, so we'll do this then. We'll make a second stage like that guy suggested. Alright, so that's our little crew capsule there with our little parachute and stuff. We're gonna have to make these taller and have a lot more thrust too. We're gonna make this thing a behemoth. Alright, so that's one stage. So then let's see. Oh, like we should get maybe some solid rocket boosters on the side or something. Do they have solid rocket boosters? Fuel. I don't see them. I feel like they should be on here. Because I feel like I should be able to like separate off those side stages once my engines burn out. I wonder if I'm supposed to just click them while it's flying or something. I need to learn the flight, how the flight works a little bit better still. Let's see here. So I'm just going to make this a little bit taller, I think, and practice the flight. I know I'm still not totally doing it right yet, but I'll just kind of take it one step at a time. I got it launching already, so that's good. I'm just going to make it way taller. Do it the American way. We'll just make it bigger and more expensive with more fuel. Like we did in the 60s, you know? Burn some kerosene. No. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Gotta make sure you click everything. And I always miss the heat shield. Okay. This is our stupid giant rocket now. It's too heavy to launch. Jeez. So really I should just kind of go back to how I had it before. I'm gonna want to add an extra stage, but first I have to learn how to actually separate the stages. So let's see here. Turn on our engines. Hit ignition. Oh, okay. So you do just click it to separate it. Nice. Okay. I think I've got it a little bit now. And then I am gonna still have to add a second stage, but oh, and then you probably put the ion boosters on the second stage, not on the first. Okay. I think I'm getting it. We're learning together. So if you're someone who's played this game before, you're probably a little bit frustrated. You're like, why doesn't this guy know everything? But like I said, I didn't watch a single tutorial or anything like that. I'm playing this for the first time right now with you guys. Actually launched the game from Steam for the first time with y'all, so. And that I can't cheat. I could wipe the game data from my computer, but Steam will always tell you how many hours you've played a game. Okay. We got 50% or so of our fuel still. Let's see. Once I run out of fuel on the main thrusters, I'm going to separate the stages and turn on the ion boosters around the same time. I think I'll turn the ion boosters on first, just so that we don't have a point of time with no thrust. Alright, ion boosters are on. Thrust is done. Stage separation. Woohoo! And then now, turn on RCS, and we'll try to get this thing into orbit, if we can. Maybe we'll just use that right one. See, we're losing velocity really bad still. So yeah, I'm gonna need a second stage, but okay. At least I know how to separate the stages now. That was helpful. This is just gonna crash back down to Earth again. But we'll see. Maybe I can actually make it survive now that I know how to separate the stages properly. Let's see. We'll just drop that off right now. Oh no. Uh-oh. Way too high up to drop the capsule off. Okay. So now our stages are just separated, but they smash back into each other. Hopefully I didn't do damage to the heat shield. Okay, there we go. We should be okay. And then I think maybe I have to click the parachute to deploy it. Okay, yeah. So once we get to 2,500 meters, parachute is half deployed. And then at 500 meters, we do the second part of the parachute. And if you watch the Artemis landing, that's how they did it too. They had two sets of parachutes. Parachute fully deployed. Woohoo! Are we actually going to survive this landing? We made it to outer space and landed without dying? I better get an achievement for that. I would really hope that I do. Yay! We landed. Our guys are alive. We reached 10 kilometers and we landed safely. Alright, so that one we at least know is like somewhat works. So now, let's try one that we can actually do something with. Maybe get to another planet or get into orbit with. Titan Hawk. Holy crap, that thing's heavy, 12 tons. Let's just use these Hawk engines again. So we'll do 3 of them. And then connect those right to our fuel tanks. So this one gets 3, the side ones will get 2. We'll put our stage separators in. Okay, then we'll move everything so it's connected. No, dang it. Okay, so now this is where it's going to get complicated to add in my second stage. Okay, so stage separator. And then, so where would you put the ion engines? Where, oh where would you put the ion engines for a second stage? Okay, I think I get it. So, engines. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll see. So we'll do that, and then we'll do like, there we go. Probably only one more fuel tank for that because it's more efficient. And then we'll do, yeah, like I said, this is my first time playing this. Like I said, I didn't do any tutorials, didn't even really look up what the game is about, except that you design spaceships, so I think I'm doing alright. But you can feel free to roast me if you want. Okay, so this is our first stage. Well, actually, these two are our first stage. Second stage, and then this will be the third stage, and then we'll have the crew capsule then. So heat shield, capsule. Hey, where'd my heat shield go? Heat shield, capsule, parachute. And is that it? I feel like there should be... No, the capsule itself is going to be aerodynamic. Alright, I guess let's see if this will work. Alright, Bale. Talk to you later, man. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so these engines are on. And ignition. Alright, so now we've got liquid fuel in our two left engines. Those are going to go off first when they run out. Our center engine has one more fuel tank, so that's going to last a little bit longer. So we'll separate those first two stages, and then our third stage is going to go shortly after that. Welcome, welcome everybody. As I said, if you're new to this page, I do different video games, but for the most part it's just everything outer space related. So I do documentaries, we do a lot of stuff with Universe Sandbox, kind of using games to educate about outer space. And this is just a fun game someone suggested for me on my last live when I was making Alien Worlds in Universe Sandbox. Okay, we're down to 15%, so once these guys run out, we're dumping them. And we might actually make it somewhere this time. Alright, first stages are out of fuel, we're dumping them. We still got 28% left here, and then I think I'll hit this thingy. Oh crap, I forgot to put my attitude adjusters on the side. Alright, well we passed the Kármán line. Our velocity's still increasing, our height's still increasing. Now the question is, when I separate this, will our ion thrusters work for us? Dropping the last stage. Turning on the ion boosters, but that's not going to keep us from falling back to Earth. Okay, so we've still got a little bit of work to do. I'm curious. We should be able to land again, so maybe I'll get an achievement for going higher and landing. And check the comments here. Yeah, in Solar Explorer, like I said, I'm not super familiar with the game, but I am pretty familiar with how rockets work in real life. So yeah, that's how most of our rockets work, is yeah, we have the big massive, we'll have the solid rocket boosters, and then massive liquid fuel engines. That's just to really get the rocket out of Earth's gravitational well. And then once you're, like I said, out of Earth's gravitational well, then those ion engines can do kind of the rest of what you need to adjust you as you're going to the moon and all that kind of stuff. Should I spin us? Let's see if this will spin us at all. Not really. I'll just turn them both off so we can drop faster. Come on, hurry up. Entered Earth's upper atmosphere. Burning up. Oh wait, let's separate. There we go. Oops. I separated too late, I think, and I killed all the astronauts on board. I apologize. I apologize to all the brave astronauts who were on board there. I said I forgot my directional thrusters. I'm gonna put like a whole bunch of these on. I don't know how much that'll help having 4 of them. What the heck? Seriously. Alright. Did it again. Kevin! And then... I'm gonna add just a little bit more fuel too. Hopefully it won't make us too heavy. Seriously. I wish you could highlight. Can you like shift, control? Click, 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 click. Heat shield. Dang it. Alright. Now we've got kind of a behemoth here. Engine on, engine on, engine on. Throttle 100%. Ignition. Go. Alright. I just want to see how my audio sounds compared to the game. So I usually don't do game audio with my audio. Let's see how it's looking. 49% on our fuel. Okay, that actually sounds pretty good. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Alright, it'll be time to separate our first stages soon. Boom, boom. Okay, we're still going here. Alright, 7% left. Got a good velocity going. Drop that off. Get our liquid ion thrusters going. And now, let's try to turn this thing. Here's our other stage. I think one suggestion that I have is it would be cool if you can have a menu that shows all of your pieces and where they go to, so that like when you mess up, or even if you don't mess up, so that you can see where all the different pieces of it are. So as of right now, it seems like it just kind of, it'll focus on like the crew capsule portion of it, which makes sense. Which makes sense. But am I actually turning this thing at all? That's the question. That's the $1,000,000 question. I'll check Solar Explorer. Do you make your own videos too, or like I said, I do a lot more. I actually started my channel with Universe Sandbox and just kind of smashing planets together, and then I also do space news. I do documentaries on like the moon and Mars. Been covering Artemis quite a bit. Covered 3i Atlas quite a bit. Different comets. Um, Talked about why Pluto isn't a planet and never should have been. Although I saw Jared Isaacman recently um, came out and said that he's going to be fighting to make Pluto a planet again, which I don't know. I don't know about all that. Let's speed this up a little bit. Oh, we actually got it kind of turned sideways, but let's see. I don't know if I'll actually just fall into the Earth or not, though. Let's see here. Where's Earth? Are we too far away? Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Maybe we can actually get it into orbit. Like I said, I'm not cheating, not using any guides, none of that stuff. So just completely going freehand. So I looked at a couple pictures. That's about it. And we're crashing back to Earth. We're in the upper atmosphere. Just separate that off right away. I don't know if we're really facing the right direction for the heat shield. There we go. Oh, nope, we died. And we died. Alright. I'll try one more build here. I feel like we actually got high enough in altitude. We just ran out of the liquid fuel for the thrusters to turn us sideways. So I feel like if I just move really, if I do like one more tank for the ion thrusters, we might be good. And then I can actually move two of these a little more towards the top and two of them a little more towards the bottom. And then another set in the middle. Because having more of them did definitely seem to help a lot with actually getting the thing turned. Okay, see, hopefully we're not like too heavy to launch or anything. Getting bigger and bigger though. Big boy. Alright, throttle on 100%. Main engines are on. Check ignition sequence. And ignition. Speed it up a little bit here for you guys. Bam. Maybe if we actually start kind of trying to get some attitude adjustment as we're still launching. Let's see here. Alright, main engines are out. Turning on ion thrusters. Oh wow, okay. Now we actually have quite a bit of control over this thing. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Our velocity's going down. We're gonna start heading back towards Earth pretty soon. Height is still going up. wonder if I can get it like this angle. When we start falling. Alright, we're starting to fall now. But the question is, will it go into orbit or not? Or are we just gonna fall? And I think this will be... I don't know. We'll see. I might keep trying. I didn't really... Instead, I wanted to get my documentary out today, but I got a injured dog I'm dealing with, so... I think we're still just gonna crash, because our velocity's still increasing. Well, let's see. Nope, we're back in the upper atmosphere now. Uh-oh. Okay, but it looks like our guys are gonna survive. Oh no. What is going on here? Oops, I forgot to do the parachute. Well, you know, it's okay. We'll revert 30 seconds and remember to do the parachute this time. Boop. Okay, so I think once we hit 2,500, we can do the first parachute. Parachute half deployed, and then once we hit 500 meters, we can do the second parachute. Do, 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 do. 500. Parachute is fully deployed. And we should have a nice safe landing going 6.4 meters per second. No turbulence. It's a 70-degree day over the waters west of San Diego. And I hope you enjoyed your flight today. Splash. Yay, they made it. Reach space and then survive re-entry. Lift off and land safely. Oh, so can we actually make like a SpaceX style chopstick catcher? How are we gonna get to Venus or Mercury? Let's see. We are just gonna go for all the possible thrusts that we can. I'm gonna at least... Getting into orbit might actually be a little bit harder than getting to another planet for me. We'll see. So I'll have to actually look up the mechanics of how to get into orbit. Don't click in the blank space, because if I click in the blank space, it'll unhighlight everything. No. I kind of wish you could highlight things on here instead of... That would be nice. I'm assuming there might be a shortcut for it that I'm missing. But... This might end up just saying it's too heavy for takeoff, but let's see. Maybe not. Oh my goodness. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. They could definitely work on making the game a little bit more intuitive, though. You know, if they're trying to get the game out to a wider audience, I think some sort of an explanation of, you know, it's a good thing I actually somewhat know how rockets work. Um, you know, like I said, just to make it more accessible to people. I get that it's a game that's kind of more designed probably for the engineering type mindset. Man, this thing is huge now. Alright, let's try to get to another planet. You know, another thing that would be cool too is if they would put in like a flight control navigator. Although maybe that's what this map is. Maybe I should use the map more. Okay, I stand corrected. Engine on, engine 2 on, engine 3 is on. I wonder if you could separate it while it's still on the ground. Ignition. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. It's not having to have enough thrust to do anything. That's funny. Alright. Revert to launch. I hope these 3 engines are enough to launch this giant thing. We've got a lot of fuel, so see if our velocity actually gets higher or if we get farther than we did last time or not. So I think tonight I'm actually happy I was able to actually just build a rocket that works so quickly, based on kind of the learning curve for this game. But let's see. Okay, so now if I do map, is it going to sort of... Maybe we should just try to get to the moon. I don't know, we might actually be going slower than last time just because I added so much weight to this thing. Maybe what I need to do instead is actually make it have 5 rockets instead of 3. Because, yeah, I don't even think we're going faster than we were last time. I made it way too heavy. We're still only at 10 kilometers of altitude right now. Hey, kitty. About 45 minutes till I have to give my dog her 3 medications and take her for a walk and do physical therapy with her. We've passed the Carmen line. Oh crap. Separate. Yeah, this is definitely not doing better than our last one. I'm just going to start back over. So we'll go back to the build. I'm actually just gonna load. Where's Big Boy? What in the heck? Did that? Oh, it like imported over it. Okay, hold on. Oh, you can import or load. There we go. That makes sense. Dang it. I swear I had saved that. Let's see. Alright, that's okay. So, I made these just 1 taller, I think. And then... No, I think those stayed the same. Hold on. And then I just added the whole crew capsule dealie. separator stage. And then we put our ion engines here. And then put this on top. Now, what we'll do is we'll just add more engines. When in doubt, add more engines. I wonder if these will just be connected automatically. Let's see. Bang, bang. Maybe this will work. I don't know. Let's see. And thanks for joining. If you guys are just joining, this is my first time trying this game out. I didn't look up any tutorials or anything. I just kind of learned everything as I'm going. So, all right, all of our engines are on. Gonna hit ignition. Ooh, that was a lot of thrust. I'm liking this right off the bat. Yeah, when in doubt, just keep adding more thrust. We're 1,000 meters fast. Oh yeah, these are just counted as one tank. Nice. I wasn't sure if it would do that or not. Alright, here we go. I think this is gonna be good. Oh, our aerodynamic nose cones are heating up. Okay, we didn't get too hot. 30% fuel left in our liquid fuel tanks. 27. Let's go. We're gonna have to separate our stages here pretty soon. Our first stage at 30 kilometers. Almost out of fuel. Past the Kármán line. Separating. Oh, crap. Ah! There we go. Alright, can we get this back in orbit, in order? Oh no. We're flying like into the Earth really fast. How can you separate both stages at the same time? And I'm gonna need more attitude adjusters on this thing. I like what we had going on now. Hold on, let's okay. Still got some more fuel left in this tank. 27. You need to hit about 2,500 meters per second, I think, to escape the Earth's gravity well and be able to continue on your mission. So I think we should be okay here. But we'll see. Oh no! I separated the wrong stage. Hold on. Yeah, definitely don't have enough of these adjusters, the directional adjusters on here. I'm still at 2,500. out of that liquid fuel. Oh, dang, I didn't give them any fuel. Uh-oh, that's my bad. I just attached the thrusters directly to that. Okay, back to the build. Alright, I'm starting to get a hang of this a little bit better now. It is definitely a game with a learning curve for sure. But it did warn you of that, and like I said, half the fun of games like this is actually learning a little bit, and I'm not afraid to come online and, you know, make a fool out of myself a little bit learning the game without, yeah, I think some people want to record their video first because they're afraid of looking bad. I don't really care. I'll make mistakes. Yes. Hopefully this doesn't make it too heavy. See, that when you're designing a ship in real life or in this game, which I will say this game's pretty realistic so far, it's always a balance of weight. Weight versus thrust. So the reason Apollo 1 started on fire, actually a big part of the reason, is because they were trying to conserve weight because oxygen weighs less than nitrogen, so they had 100% oxygen inside of the capsule, and that's part of the reason those 3 astronauts perished that day. Okay, so first stage, second stage, third stage with the ion engines, crew capsule stage. Boop. Okay. Save. Hope this one works. I think we should, though. I think it should. Launch. Z. Engine 1, Engine 2, Engine 3, Engine 4, Engine 5. All on. Ignition. Alright, we're still accelerating really fast, which is nice. Reached 1,000 meters. Nice. Down to 50% in our first stages, 40%. I'll turn the time acceleration down because I don't want to miss the separation time, and I'm gonna spin this thing in circles if I can't separate them all quickly. Alright, separation complete. Are we still accelerating? A little bit. Alright, so let's turn on our RCS. Let's get this thing on a bit of an angle. I don't think we reached the escape velocity we need, though, of 2,500 meters or so. But let's see, we still got some fuel left. Nope. I'm gonna have to get rid of one of these tanks for sure. Uh-oh. Where did I put my ion engines anyways? Gosh dang it. Because the ion engine should be right there. Okay. I don't know where the ion engines went to, but either way, so this has to go. That's going to be too heavy. Where did the ion engines go, though? That's important. We might need to find those because I don't want to just add extra weight. I guess maybe I just never put them on here. Alright. Engines. Put those there. Move that up. That there. Move that there. Onto heat shield. This, that, this thing, that thing, that thing. Okay. Overwrite. That last one sucked anyways. And launch. Okay. Main engine on. Engine 1, Engine 2, Engine 3, Engine 4. We are all ready for liftoff. Are we still like too heavy here? And I think we're too heavy. How are we too heavy? I actually removed a fuel tank. Whatever, I'm crashing it just for fun. Nice. Yeah, you don't want me working at NASA. I'll get a vendetta, I guess, when when the engineers design it wrong, I'll get angry. I'm just kidding. But I actually don't want to work for NASA. I don't want to work for the government again. Alright, I don't know why it's too heavy right now. This is going to be an odd looking rocket, but I don't know. We'll see if it works. Maybe this crew capsule doesn't need to be this big either. See what we can. Okay. So I feel like this should work. I don't know why. We're just too heavy still. Thrust to weight 2.26. 2.45. I guess I'll try it like this. I don't know. We'll see. I had this working nice too, and I thought I saved it, but I guess not. That's okay. Launch. Launch time. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, did I just not have full... I might have been on 50% ignition last time. I hope not. Someone rewind back, and if I was on 50% ignition... that would actually explain it. Okay, I think we're getting some good thrust here. So the Artemis mission, in order to exit Earth's gravity well and get to the moon, the Artemis mission had to hit about 2,500 meters per second. I believe that is about what you need. I'm gonna have to drop... Oh, I don't even really need this to be a stage separator anymore, because it's all one big stage, basically. I can just drop this all at once and start my ion engines. I'm gonna want to get it moving sideways a little bit. $1,800, $1,900, $2,000. Boop. Okay, the ion engines are on now. I don't quite think we got the velocity, but I think I know what I need to do now. Wait, this was the good one. Okay, so I guess you can save it as a ship, or you can save the launch site? Okay, this was the one that was working really well for me, I think. Let me just double check. It's so weird. So it has like 2 different areas where it saves things, it seems like. I just separated the stages for fun. It's actually not all connected anymore. Uh-oh. Okay, what am I doing here? Back to build. So I think I'm just going to add more fuel in the center. I think I've just about got this right now. Okay. Add one more. Let me get too tall or too heavy. So yeah, just keep in mind when you play this, you can save blueprints for ships, and then you can save once you actually get to the launch site. So when I save here, this is going to have like a different bucket of saves. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so turning on all 5 rockets. Throttle 100%. Ignition. Oh yeah, we're going fast now. Let's go. And we're gonna actually have a little bit more fuel left in our main tank, so we'll have a true 3 stages here. Alright, 44% left in our fuel tanks. Speed it up just a little bit until we get to our first stage separation time. 20%. Oh, sorry, I haven't been checking the comments for a second. I will here in a minute. Seems like some people are offering some more advice. Dang it. Oh. If anyone knows how to separate both stages at the same time. Yeah, like I said, if you're just joining, I'm playing this game for the first time today, so I'm actually surprised I kind of caught on as quick as I did, considering that there's really no tutorial. I didn't watch any videos or anything like that, so... Alright, one. Oh, dang it! we can, maybe we can get it back. Nope. Hold on. Revert 30 seconds. Click the bottom right, then click all engines. Oh, I'll have to read that all in a second. Hold on a second. Revert to launch. Okay, so go back to build on the bottom right. You can set stages. That way you can light all the engines at once. Oh, okay, gotcha. So, revert to build. Oh, so these are your stages. Okay. I'm guessing. Okay. So stage 1 will be... Okay. Got it. Okay, so that's stage 1. That's stage 2. And then those are stage 3. Thanks. That was actually a very helpful tip. Okay. I also wish at the save menu it would just show you what you already have saved so that you can overwrite it. Like, I know what I named that, so... Alright, thanks for that tip, Sam Simonson, if that is your real name. Alright, full thrust. Oh, so then you can just go like this, play. Uh-oh. I guess I didn't do it right. Nice. Yeah, so stage 1 is those, stage 2 is that, stage 3 is those. Okay, this should be right. Oh, because I had already manually clicked them. Alright, so those engines are on, that engine's on, throttle's all the way up, and ignition. And then this is that little map you're talking about that the symbol appears next to height. If you keep it pointed in a direction, it'll show you how to reach orbit easier. Okay, so I want to go... I'm just kind of hitting A and D to keep towards orbit. Now, the big question, the burning question that I still have though is how to separate this all at the same time. Yeah, this is my first time playing. I'm brand new. I usually do just actual outer space education. I play a Universe Sandbox on here a lot. So it's not a gaming channel primarily, it's an outer space channel. Crap. Uh-oh. I should not have separated those. Hold on. Yeah, somebody suggested that I play this on my last live when I was designing alien universes in Universe Sandbox. And I thought it would be fun because I did live coverage of the Artemis 2 mission. We've been talking a lot about the Apollo missions and the Artemis missions, and so I think I need to hit 2,500 meters per second here. I did miss my opportunity to go into orbit. But I actually don't really want to go into orbit. I just want to go to another planet, kind of. But let's see if I can do that. 2400. Dang, we like almost hit escape velocity. Alright. Let's go back here. Yeah, if you guys have any other tips, like I said, I went into this totally blind. I didn't watch any videos, nothing. Can I add those to that? There we go. Okay, so then maybe I can separate the stage by doing that, hey? And then for stage 2, then I add that separator. And for stage 3, I add nothing, just the engines. Wait, yeah, I would add this separator, I think. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning as I go. Like I said, I definitely am not. I'm not afraid to look a little dumb while I'm going live. Overrides. Okay. And launch. I don't know if I press play, it's going to separate them. Okay, okay. I know what I'm going to do here. Alright. This is going to be a little weird, but it'll be easier to do. So I'm going to remove those. So the second stage will be... Okay. I'm just going to do like it'll be like an order of operations. It won't really be stages. So the first one will be igniting all of the main engines. The second one will be separating the first stage. The third one will be separating this stage. The fourth one will be igniting these engines. And then the fifth one will be actually for landing. And then I think that should work. I think it's just like they're like groups. They're not stages per se, but they're little groups for you. Okay. Z. Doom, 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 doom. Oh yeah, I don't have to do that anymore. So I can just go all on or all off. Crap. Alright, so all on. Thrust is all the way up. Ignition. And then I can actually just hit this and separate them at the same time. That will help. Okay, and I'm gonna try to... You know, I'll try to get us into orbit this time. Let's go. Come on. I don't think I'm gonna get us into orbit. That's okay. If I can get the separation right, that'll make me happy. And then we'll have a good place to start from next time. Alright, 13%, 12%, 11%, 10%. First stage is out of fuel. Separating first stage, past the Kármán line. Don't think we're quite going to get our 2,500 meters per second of velocity, but let's see, maybe we will. Enough to blow this joint for good. I just want to fly out into deep space and get away from here, you know what I'm saying? Come on, Jackie. Come on, Lee. Out of fuel. Separate engines. I don't think I'm gonna be able to really spin it around much or anything like that. Nope. The damned thing so toll. Yep, our velocity's going down, but our height's still going up. Let's see. Let's see if we can finally escape. We may have, actually. The velocity's not going up that fast anymore. You're not going down that fast. And I don't know if you're aware, but when they flew the Artemis mission to the moon, they hit about 2,500 meters per second for escape velocity, but they got as slow as about 500 meters per second on parts of the journey. So you see our velocity is actually picking back up again. Yes! We've made it out of the Earth's orbit, I think. Or the gravity well, maybe. Not completely, I'm not sure. Our height's still going up. Let's take a look at the map here. Are we all the way out here? Is this telling us where we're gonna go? We're gonna loop out and crash. So we're not making it to the moon or anything, but making it further than we have, I think. I think so. I can actually use these to just speed us up as like an additional thruster too. Let's go. We'll just burn all of our fuel this way, I don't care. We'll burn all of our fuel and we'll see what the map says as far as how far we're gonna make it. Oh, we're back up to 2,000 meters per second. Out of liquid fuel. Yep, we're still not making it to the moon. Not even close. Entered Earth's upper atmosphere. Separate. Don't crash into each other. Stay the right direction. Oh, I should have added the parachute as my last stage. I forgot about that. What am I trying to do right now? I'm just trying to kind of do whatever. Like I said, I started out with just actually building a rocket that would launch, and then getting it farther out, and then now I'm actually just kind of trying to get one with enough thrust to get me maybe out to the moon. I think I already have made. I think I've already made rockets powerful enough to go into orbit. It's just about adjusting the speed properly. But yeah, like I said, it's my first time playing, so I'm really just experimenting around and seeing what the game is all about. I kind of do a bunch of different outer space games here. I'm just kind of seeing if it's realistic. How do you steer without using RCS then? Is there there's like an auto steer function or something? I assumed RCS was the steer function. Sorry. I didn't look up anything about this game, so. There's a space channel that does light gaming, if that makes sense. I'm just ADHD. I do anything related to outer space. We're gonna land safely though, guys. We made it out further than we've ever made it, and it looks like we're landing in the desert this time. Yay. We landed at least 100 kilometers away from the launch pad. Yay. Alright, I think I'm gonna do one more alteration and launch, and then I gotta get out of here. So, should we go totally nuts? We're gonna go totally nuts for the last one, I think. I don't know. I'm not an aerodynamics expert. We'll see how this works. Yeah, so that's what... Yeah, when you turn on RCS, it turns on the Windows version, on Steam at least, it gives you the ability to use like WSD or the arrow keys to navigate around. And then this is actually the controls they have for you. So yeah, when you turn on RCS, it gives you the ability to... And I was steering it, I just kind of lost it a little bit. I was going too fast and I kind of lost it. So let's see, so we'll add those to stage 1. So then separate, and then we'll add our parachute as the very last one. And actually, you gotta click the parachute twice. I'll call this one Big Boy 2.0. Just since that last one was actually a pretty decent rocket, I think. This thing's gonna be troublesome. I'm not sure. Alright. All engines are on. And... ignition. Bam! Oh yeah, this thing's going fast. Yeah, it would be nice. One recommendation I would definitely have for this game is for them to build in some sort of a navigation system right off the bat. Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to launch into low Earth orbit? Are you trying to go to the moon? Are you trying to go to Mars? Are you trying to go to Venus? And then sort of maybe give you the ability to not plot it in, but just, you know, give you a little bit more of a map and a little bit more of some guidance on how to get to different parts of the solar system, because, you know, you got to think about it. In real life, they have a whole NASA team down there. It's big for me so far, Canadian Space Agency. Like I said, I'll show you my Steam. I'm not lying. I mean, I haven't played this game at all. Like, it'll show you, if I go back to my home, it'll tell you how many hours I've played it or whatever. See, total 0 minutes. So I'm not lying to you guys, I really have not played this game before. Oh crap, I missed my separation. Hold on. Revert 30 seconds, there we go. I have this ready. Canadian Space Agency, you'll have to send me some of your ships, and yeah, no, and that's why, I think that's why one of my followers suggested this game for me, because I do a lot of Universe Sandbox, and that's similar, only instead of building rockets, you're just building solar systems, right? So you can use whatever stars you want, whatever planets you want, you can build solar systems from scratch, you can make supernovae, you can... So I am familiar with, you know, like a sandbox type of game where there's no real objective per se, right? You're just experimenting around and having fun and kind of playing with science. That's actually kind of my favorite types of games. What's up, dude? Nice to have you back. I appreciate it. So, I got the stages going. It'll be time to separate this in a second here. Shit. Okay, so we're at 2,500 meters per second. You think that should be enough to get us to the moon, as long as I was on the right trajectory, but again, not sure if I am. See, so, let's see, can I like plot a course or something? Oh, crap. Navigate to. There you go. You actually can. Alright. You know, maybe I should explore around and learn things a little bit more before I start making criticisms here. Let's see if we'll actually make it or not. Got a lot of fuel on these things. And I can also just I can also just accelerate like this, but that burns a lot of fuel. See what our map says. Are we actually going to be able to encounter the moon? Are we going to get there? I'm assuming encounter means we're actually going to... that's where the moon is supposed to be by the time we get there? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I make it to the moon or not. You have to speed yourself out. Try using a Valiant engine? Okay. I think I am gonna make it to the moon now. I just can't time warp right now because my little ion thrusters still have me going. This is essentially how Artemis got to the moon. Only it used, is it Falcon engines or Raptor engines? Yeah, if you want to send me your rocket, you can. I'll put my email in the chat for you guys. Unless it's a very tiny rocket. I generally thought, I don't know, I'll have to look it up a little bit more, but, you know, like I said, you use your giant big engines to get out of Earth's gravity well. And then, once you get out of Earth's gravity well, you have smaller, more fuel-efficient engines that can maneuver the ship around, and at that point, you're kind of just more at the whim of gravity, you know? Yeah, it made it into a link. You can always not click it and just type it if you want. Alright, I'm going to burn out the rest of my fuel by just so that I can speed it up. So I'm just going to use W here, and I'm going to burn it all out using these extra engines. Okay, yeah, go ahead. You can put it on, yeah, just throw it in the comments or whatever. Yeah, I'm assuming I'm getting a lot of people watching who play this game a lot, you know. I'm a outer space channel, so. But if you guys are into outer space in, like, the overall context of it and not just this game, you know, I'd really recommend you checking out some of my other videos and some of my other lives, because we just kind of go all over the place as far as anything and everything outer space. Like I said, 3i Atlas, other comets, talking about, you know, planets in the solar system, the moon, Mars. I did like a Martian geography series, a lunar geography series. Right now I'm going over all the Apollo landings and stuff. Okay, thanks, I appreciate it. Can you drop it in the chat, or? Okay, let's accelerate now and see. Escape the sphere of influence of Earth, yes. Aha, and we're going faster. I don't really care if I just turn this thing into Voyager and just jettison these guys out into like the cold reaches of outer space or something, but we're getting faster and faster. Look at our height. It's like we keep kind of going into the gravity influence of Earth and then keep going out of it. Are we in some sort of orbit right now? Seeing like, what is this map? Okay, that's me. Yes, I'm not sure. Am I in orbit here? Let's see, where are we? I'm just zooming out as far as I can and seeing where we go to. I have no idea where we are right now. Map, can you help me? Captured asteroid. Where are we, though? Oh, we're right here. Okay. There we go. So we are just in a wild orbit around the sun. We're in our own orbit. Lost forever, unable to be recovered. And with that, I think that's where I will leave you guys for today. So I played this game for 2 hours, figured out the basics of learning how to make a spaceship. Like I said, if you're an avid player of this game, I apologize for having to bear with me just clicking around and trying to learn the basics. My initial reviews of this game is that it's really fun. It's great if you're a science-minded or engineer-minded person, but if you don't know a thing about how rockets work, you're going to have a lot of problems. I needed a lot of help from people in the comments just telling me some basic things about the game. There's not really much of a built-in tutorial or anything like that, but it is an early release or early access game. So, that stuff is not to be expected. So yeah, we've got a rocket ship. We made one. We've been able to land successfully, separate the stages, make the stages into little quick menus here so that we can actually separate the stages on time. We have figured out how to get a lot of thrust and get way out into kind of our own orbit, I guess. So I made a rocket that's strong enough, definitely strong enough to get us to Venus or Mercury or the moon. So if I play this game again in the future, yeah, I'll use your rocket for sure. Yeah, and like I said, Canadian Space Agency, I mean, I'm just trying to, like I said, went through basically the first basics of this game. So if I do come back and play this game again, which I think I probably will on another Saturday, I'm probably going to try to get to the moon and try to get into low Earth orbit and try to kind of fine-tune things a little bit better. So yeah, definitely send me the links to your rockets, put them in the chat or email them to me, whatever you like. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, if you're into actual outer space stuff besides just video games, I would definitely recommend checking out some of my other documentaries. And if you're just into video game space stuff, then check out some of my Universe Sandbox stuff, because if you like this game, you'll probably really like Universe Sandbox. Like I said, it's the same deal, only instead of building rockets, you're building your own solar systems and smashing planets into each other and stuff like that. So if you like that kind of stuff, I would highly recommend you check all that out. Like I said, I've been going for 2 hours, and I have a dog who just had a surgery. Honestly, if I didn't get to my dog, I would probably stay on because I got a decent amount of people watching and stuff. But alas, adulthood calls and all of that fun stuff. So thank you very much to everybody who tuned in. Thanks for everybody who sent suggestions in the comments, because I was actually getting a little bit stifled there, and you guys really helped me out. So I appreciate it greatly. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone